Magnificent! Welcome, ladybugs and gentle moths. For my first trick, I will change this egg into a live chicken. Please notice that I have nothing up my sleeves. Nothing is hidden inside my hat. Presto! Changeo! And voila!
That was great.
Is that supposed to be magic?
If you want to see some real magic, just look at us insects.
The amazing lives of insects. Metamorphosis.
All insects start their lives as eggs.
Are all insect eggs alike?
No. Insect eggs can look very different. Eggs can be many different colors, shapes, or patterns. Some insect eggs are very big. Other eggs are much smaller. You need a microscope to help you see them. The egg hatches, then grows into an adult. This change from egg to adult insect is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is like magic for many insects.
What does metamorphosis mean?
Metamorphosis means to change in form. So, metamorphosis is the change in an insect's form, its shape, as it goes from egg to adult. There are two kinds of metamorphosis. Let's talk about simple metamorphosis first.
The amazing lives of insects. Simple metamorphosis.
Simple metamorphosis happens to insects like praying mantises, earwigs, crickets, and the milkweed bug. These insects go through 3 stages: egg, nymph, and adult. When these insects hatch from their eggs, they are called nymphs. Nymphs look like adult insects, but they are much smaller and don't have wings. As the nymph grows, it becomes too big for its exoskeleton.
What's an exoskeleton?
An insect's exoskeleton protects the organs inside the insect, like the heart and stomach. It's like a suit of armor. When the nymph outgrows its exoskeleton, the hard outer shell splits open, just like a banana skin. This is called molting. Then, the insect wiggles out of the old shell and has a brand new exoskeleton. The insect molts many times. Let's see how the milkweed bug changes as it goes through simple metamorphosis. The milkweed bug starts, like all insects, as an egg. The egg hatches.
It's so small.
That's the nymph. The milkweed bug nymph molts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. After it molts the last time, its wings come out, and it's an adult insect. And that's called simple metamorphosis.
That reminds me. I didn't look like a small bee when I hatched.
That's because you didn't go through simple metamorphosis. You went through complete metamorphosis.
The amazing lives of insects. Complete metamorphosis.
Insects that go through complete metamorphosis also start as an egg. But a creature comes out that looks very different from the adult insect. These are called larvae. There are many kinds of larvae. Fly larvae are called maggots. Beetle larvae are called grubs. Mosquito larvae are called wrigglers. And butterfly or moth larvae are called
Caterpillars! But how can caterpillars be insects? They have more than 6 legs.
Those look like legs, but only the first 3 pair are true legs. Those little pads help him hold on to leaves and tree branches. Some larvae, like caterpillars, have legs, and some larvae have no legs at all. Let's see what happens to the larva of a painted lady butterfly. These larvae hatched from eggs, and then spend all of their time eating and growing. When it grows, the larva molts, shedding its skin so it can grow bigger. When a larva stops growing, it doesn't need to eat anymore. Once the painted lady larva stops eating, a chrysalis forms around its body. We call this a pupa. Even though the pupa looks very still, there is a lot happening inside. The larva is changing into an adult insect.
Then what happens?
When the larva has made all of its changes, the chrysalis, or protective shell, cracks open, and out comes the adult butterfly. Let's watch the painted lady butterfly come out of its chrysalis. Are you not an insect? An insect has 3 body parts, 6 legs. Are you not an insect? With an abdomen, a thorax, and a head. An insect has 3 body parts, 6 legs. An insect has 3 body parts, 6 legs. 6 legs.
Where are his 6 legs? I only see 4.
Some butterflies, like the painted lady, have 4 long legs, and then 2 shorter legs up front. That's 6. All insects that go through complete metamorphosis make a pupa.
Most butterfly larvae make a pupa, called a chrysalis.
And most moth larvae make a cocoon with the pupa inside.
Like the larva of the waxworm. It eats and gets big, and then makes a cocoon to become a pupa. And what do you think it turns into?
A waxworm moth.
I think I understand, but I don't remember the pupa stage when we talked about simple metamorphosis.
Insects that go through simple metamorphosis only have 3 stages.
Egg, nymph, and adult.
That's right. And we ladybugs have 4 stages.
Egg, larva, pupa, and adult.
That's right. That's complete metamorphosis. A lot of insects go through complete metamorphosis. Let's see how the ladybird beetle changes. The ladybird beetle begins its life as an egg. When the egg hatches, a little creature comes out.
Hey, that doesn't look like you.
That's right. This is the larva. Remember, it doesn't look like the adult insect. The ladybird larva eats a lot of aphids. As the larva grows, it molts, sheds its skin 3 times. After it molts the third time, it gets very still and becomes a pupa. A week later, the pupa breaks open and the adult comes out.
The amazing lives of insects. The life cycle.
Once most insects go through metamorphosis, the adult spends its life finding a mate, looking for food, and laying new eggs. Some insects only lay one egg at a time, and others lay many eggs at one time. Butterflies and moths lay hundreds of eggs. These new eggs hatch. Then they go through metamorphosis to become adults. The adults lay more eggs, and the whole cycle starts over again. A cycle is something that happens over and over again, and that is the life cycle of most insects. The silkworm has a short life cycle. It starts its life as an egg. When the egg hatches, the larva comes out very slowly and starts to look for food right away. The larva eats a lot of mulberry leaves until it gets much bigger, and then spins a cocoon to become a pupa. Let's watch this silkworm make a cocoon. It looks still on the outside, but there is something going on inside. After about 2 weeks, the adult silkworm